Be doing it from a phone.
Good. Hey, hey.
Hey there. 90% of our lives are spent in a car. So, we want to hear your stories. Join us tonight, 9 p.m. and every Tuesday night for Tales from the Driver's Side. We, your hosts, Sean Spencer and I, will be discussing all our stories. See you then.
I like that, Johnny.
I tried, man.
I really like
So
that.
how's it going? How's it going, man?
It's good, man. I'm in the cockpit. As you can see, a couple lights. We're good right now. Still in the parking lot at work. What about yourself?
I've been adjusting the lights all around here, man, trying to get the right lighting and stuff. Couldn't see shit a minute ago. I kind of feel like I'm in my living room.
What kind of car are you in?
I'm in a Ford Flex.
Okay. I can dig it.
I could definitely live in it.
Got the alignment. Oh, yeah. It looks spacious. That's what to say.
It's just the best vehicle I've ever owned. My first vehicle was a '69 Boss Mustang. Okay?
Ooh, nice.
But I got to say, this is the best riding. As far for balance, it's got everything I need. Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have no problem getting out on the interstate. Got 125,000 miles on it. It runs like it was, I bought it yesterday. You know?
Nice. Wow,
Do got
5 minutes still running smooth? I like that.
Oh, man, smooth as hell. I got to put a windshield in here because over the years, over the miles, the windshield's thin and it cracked last winter. So I got to put a new windshield in here because the crack's gotten a lot bigger. So that happens this Saturday, actually. I put a new windshield in it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you get hit with any of that? Was it raining over there in Pennsylvania?
It's still raining, man.
Still?
We just caught a break.
With like hail and stuff?
Well, we didn't get that. We got some areas around us did, but not us. We didn't get any of the heavy shit. It rained, saturating rain. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, we
so
got
how
hit.
You been doing, man?
Today. We got hit today. It was real bad. Like it got dark in a matter of like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it just dropped. And it was rain for a while, and just so much that you couldn't even see. Then it started hitting with like hail and stuff. But then, I mean, it did that for about 15, 20 minutes, and then after that, completely sunshine, no issues. But seeing as we're on a show about cars, let me say something to all the daggone people out there, man. When you're on the road and it's raining, if you can't do it, pull off. If you can, then stay on the road and drive. Don't sit here and stop in the middle of traffic just because I get that it's dangerous, but you got to pull off if you're struggling.
Yeah, if it's beating your wipers, man, it's time to pull over. If you can't see, don't take chance, especially on an interstate, man. But that's my favorite time to drive too. I love driving in the rain, man. I do.
Oh yeah.
That and nighttime when the interstates are empty and shit, man. I just
yes,
heaven. Speaking of interstates, road trip favorites.
Mm-hmm.
What has been your road trip favorite in your life?
For me, so I'm from North Carolina, from Raleigh, North Carolina. But for most of my life, my parents moved up to Northern Virginia when I was younger. So for me, that trip from right around D.C., right around Tyson's Corner, all the way down 95 to Raleigh, North Carolina, all the way down, on 85 and all that stuff. I love that. That trip to me is so smooth. It's just so carefree. Like I know that like the back of my mind, like the back of my hand. Like I know where to turn, where my pit stops are, where my what is it called, different monuments and things like that are. So yeah, that's my number one. It's only 4.5 hours, so I can take it straight if I need to, or I can just kind of, take a break when I need to and everything like that. But that's definitely my favorite. What about you?
Oh man, I got so many. Yellowstone was a great road trip. When I was young, we did road trips constantly with the family. You know, we did the Route 66 road trip. That was fantastic. I love the Alien Highway road trip, man. From we went from the Black Mailbox. We did the Devil's Tower, but Devil's Tower I've done that a million times in Wyoming. It's great. Got to check out Devil's Tower. If you want to see something awesome in your lifetime, you got to check it out. Actually, if you want to see something really awesome, do the Route 66 road trip, man. That is amazing. That is an amazing journey, man. Of course, my mom was born in Roswell, so I've done that alien trip a lot of times,
really?
Man. Yeah.
Nice.
New England and Maine, that's a great road trip. You just take 95 straight up.
Yeah.
Or take the bypass roads. Do the bypass roads, and it's a great view, man. If you go all the way up, oh man, I don't know exactly how long it is. This is a long ride, especially if you hit traffic on 95. But there's really no way around all that unless you go interior and then up all the small roads, and that'll take you forever. Worth it because the scenery. But you got to be prepared for a very long trip. Just from where you're.
I have family, so my dad's from New York, so I have family in New York. So we've gone up 95 towards New York and Connecticut and things like that. But I don't believe I've gone any farther up than that, at least to my knowledge.
Well, you're in Virginia now. There's some really nice scenery trips out there, man. And the Shenandoah Valley trip, you can go through there. What is that? The Bluegrass Highway, man. I don't know if that's hits Virginia. I think it does. It's West Virginia, Tennessee, and all that shit. But that's 64. A great road trip. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because we have 66, and that's basically takes us from Northern Virginia down towards Harrisonburg, down to Front Royal and all that stuff. We have 81 that goes from Winchester all the way to through Roanoke, down towards like West Virginia, North Carolina, Appalachia area and all that stuff. And then we have 95, so. Oh yeah, pull over, man. Take your time.
Yep, take your time, bud.
Sure.
Marty, whose transmission is gone? Oh yeah, it's that damn Dodge of yours.
No.
Road trip from Arkansas to Oklahoma in the what? Oh, in his Ghost. That was his old truck.
Yeah.
His truck. Right after a blizzard they had. That's another one. That's how many times have you driven in the heavy snow on an interstate?
On the interstate, I think I can count it on my hand. I think I would say probably about 4 or 5. Mainly when we've gone to Kat's sister lives in Chicago, so mainly when we go to Chicago, I get hit like when we come through your area, Pennsylvania. When we go through, Illinois, especially in the winter, we would get hit with a lot of that. And then when I went to Iowa, I got hit and I had to deal with that. But
it's a different beast when you get out. It's a different beast when you're past the Mississippi, man. Snow is completely different when you're out there, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What about you? How are you doing?
I can't tell who this Facebook user is. The worst snow I've been in was I was in South Dakota, and we were going up to see the Great Wheel, and it started blasting. And if you the Great Wheel, you go up this mountain, you go a mountain road all the way up, and by the time we got halfway up, the road was just shut down. You couldn't get up no more. So we had to back because it's a single lane cut, right? So we had
Yeah.
to back all the way down. Couldn't turn the van around, man. I was in a van at the time, Ford Astro van, Ford Econoline, and we
Yeah.
had to back down that road, man, all the way down about a mile and a half. Cliffs
Okay.
on the side, you know. I mean, that had my butt puckered. It did.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I was Jim.
Oh, okay,
What's going on,
Jim.
Jim? Oh yeah. It's a spy name.
That's your spy name, Jim. No, you got to click that when you first log into it. You got to click on. There's a thing, a little paragraph there. It says, "What's it say?" Sean, you're better at that than I am. I can't remember exactly the words.
It just says like StreamYard / Facebook user or something like that, and then it should. All you should have to do is click that, and then click yes or something, and it should go with your name. So.
Sean, let me ask you about other kind of road trips.
Yeah.
I know you've done this quite often. You've probably done it more than me, and I've had a few of them myself. Trips to games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mhm.
Are those a whole different beast of road trip or not, man?
Yeah. Because it's time sensitive sometimes if you're going that day. I've gone to times where it's been in Pennsylvania, it's been in Baltimore, it's been in North Carolina that day. So it's less of a joyride and a scenic view, and you can't enjoy the scenic views as much because it's more of you getting there. But I love it. I love doing it. But it's definitely more of a time crunch.
But it's more of a party too on the way there, right?
Yes.
I mean, it was always like that for me, man. Because I never went just with me. It was always with a crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a party, man. All the way there, getting all excited and shit.
Look,
coming back isn't always the same though.
right. Well, that's the thing. Let me ask you, because if you see, it is a party, but it sucks if you're driving and everybody else gets the party.
Yeah.
You know, I like being.
That's why That's why you got to rotate drivers and shit, man. Depends on where you're going. I mean, if you're just going for a 2-hour trip, then there ain't no sense in that. But like what was the biggest one I made? I went to Green Bay from Florida to see a game, and that was a hell of a trip. We were rotating drivers, and there was like 6 people in the van. I had a 40 Econoline custom van, and that was a party. That was pure party right there. That was fun. But
yes.
But just short trips, I get what you're saying, because the driver's sitting there going, "Would you guys shut up?"
Right. You know, they're just like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, are you enjoying?" "No, I'm not enjoying it, man. Get out of here."
They're hanging out windows and shit, yelling, and you're just sitting there going, "Right."
Like, oh, come on, let's just get there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I haven't had any major long distance rides when it comes to going to games. For the most part, they've been, I think, in the area. I think the longest was going to Wrigley. But we went there for a game, but we also went there to see her sister and friends in Chicago. So, I mean, that's a 12-hour ride. Now, but let me ask you this, though. Because like you said, if it is a party event and if you're going for a very long time, it's good to, give everybody else a chance. But how easily do you give up the wheel?
I don't.
Yep.
I've driven straight cross country.
Yep.
Got in the motel halfway there. The next day, I was in the seat. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm rested. I'm good to go. Hey, dude, Scott wants to join. I think Marty wanted to join in with us too. You know how can you sit? I'm new to the phone thing, dude, so I don't know how to send a StreamYard link.
All right, give me a second. I'll put it in the. Oh, wait a minute. Alrighty.
Yeah, let me get.
There we go.
I guess I'll wait till they get on here to go to the next topic.
Yeah, I just sent it to those guys.
I hope Scott understands this is a driving entertainment show and not some Rams fest for him.
Right. right. Hey, and there's a prerequisite. You got to be in your car. So
Yeah.
I hope
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
joining from your house.
Well, I think Marty's probably can get away with being in his car because he's going to be on the phone anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. Is he in here? Let me see. He's in his
No, he's not.
Here, Scott. You gotta be in your car, Scott. Scott, can you hear me?
I don't have Facebook on my phone, and I can't take my PC out there.
Fair enough. What happened to Johnny? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. There he is.
He's not in his car. This isn't a sports show, Scott. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. What was your favorite road trip of all time? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm trying to get back to where I can turn the sound off.
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay. Card Joe for Johnny. Where did Marty go? Is he in here? Is he hopping in?
I haven't seen him yet.
Doesn't Marty live in his car?
Am I echoing now?
You're fine. I can hear you good.
Okay. Got rid of it. Yeah, Johnny, I don't have Facebook on my phone, so I can't get in my car.
Okay.
Besides that, I got a 2002 Camry. I don't think anybody wants to see the inside of it.
You don't have to be on Facebook for that, dude.
What's your favorite road trip, Scott?
That's kind of hard to say because from the time I was 12 until I was about 21, we traveled all over the country showing our Dobermans and karate tournaments and fishing trips. But the scariest one ever was when we were going through Iowa. I forgot where it was. Was it Keokuk or something like that? That there was this long bridge. It was like 3 miles long, and the floods were happening, and the water was right inches from the top of the bridge.
Oh, wow.
So, and I asked my dad, I said, they really keep those bumpers on the side of the bridge nice and shiny. He says, that's not from shining. That's from cars and trucks hitting it.
Oh, wow. What up, Marty?
What's up?
There we go. He's in the dark anyway, so we can.
I'm
There
in
you
the
go,
ghost.
Marty.
Let's go.
Can't have a car show without me wanting to pop in for a moment.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, Marty, man, what's your favorite road trip, man? We saw you said you went from Oklahoma. What was it, Arkansas to Oklahoma?
Yeah, that was a hell of a. So we went to Oklahoma to pick up a puppy. It was like a wolf hybrid puppy, husky, and they just got like 8 or 9 inches of a snowstorm. It was 20 degrees when we got there. When we left here in South Arkansas, it was like 47 degrees. When we got up, the temperature was like 19 degrees. And the wind was like at 30 degrees, and it had a wind chill like -5.
Ooh.
We left about 8 o'clock that morning, got the puppy, and turned around and went straight back by a round trip, about 13 hours of driving in one day.
Oh.
And the road was horrible.
Wait a minute. That was, you see this?
Like
it says your
the
favorite
roads
road trip.
on the highway was 85 miles an hour.
Marty, it says your favorite road trip. That was your favorite road trip?
It's the most unique, and it was kind of fun when I finally got back in Arkansas. After I looked back at it about it, because the highways was like 80. The speed limit was 85 miles an hour, and the roads was literally like that. you was bouncing at 85 miles an hour, and that was scary and fun at the same time.
Right.
Well, thank God it ended on a good note.
There, right?
What's that?
I said you had the new dog in there. How did that work?
It got introduced.
It it did. My friend that was riding with me, she was covered in feces, and we had to stop at a Dollar General so she could.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
when she
Marty
was
would
picking out
bring
the puppy, the guy was like, she does know that they're like covered in poop and stuff. I was like, I hope she finds out. Before she got back in my truck, I was like, you got crap on your pants. No, I don't. That's just mud. 30 minutes in my truck, we started smelling it, and I looked at her like, okay, we're pulling over to a Dollar General, and you got to do something about this.
Yep. Oh God.
Oh.
That's nasty.
I thought
The
Marty
smell was horrible.
I thought Marty was going to say his favorite road trip was coming to St. Louis to see the Rams play.
Oh, God. I knew
Wow.
you'd bring up some crap. Okay, see, there's a reason I asked Marty about whether that was his favorite or not, because next up is the worst.
Oof. Mm.
Oh.
Sean, I'll let you lead off.
The worst. I gotta say, so it was, I think about 4 or 5 years ago. Kat, my fiance, is a teacher, for those of you who don't know, and so she gets spring break in the middle of March. Well, most times she'll go to Chicago to see her twin sister. This particular time, we have a friend of ours that lives in Sarasota, Florida, and she has the bright idea, hey, let's go to Sarasota. So I say, listen, I don't have a week off. I got to keep working. So we get into this big argument. She guilt trips me into going. And so then we drive. And if those of you don't know, to get to Sarasota, it's about, I think it took us about 14, 15 hours.
It's 19 from Baltimore, so.
It's not, oh, yeah. So we drove down there. We broke up and got back together about 16, 17 times. I got out the car at one point and was just like, leave me here. I don't know where we are. Just leave me and you can drive your ass back. And then she's like, fine, get out the car then. I said, fine, I'm out the car. And I'm literally sitting at like a 3-way fork in the road that's just got a stop sign in the middle. And I'm just in the middle of nowhere, just out there, just like, forget it. And it all happened because we were driving out of Florida on the way back into Georgia, and there was this big billboard that said, at this rest stop, you can pet live baby alligators. And I said, they're not going to have stupid baby alligators. I'm not stopping here in the middle of bumfuck Georgia so you can pet damn alligators. Long story short, we did stop. We stopped, and she went in there, and like I said, it was nothing. It was like a little kiddie pool with like random little tiny fake like lizards. It wasn't even alligators going around. And I said, are you happy? We're out here in the middle of nowhere just so you can see damn alligators. And so that was a rough trip. On the way back, I ended up stopping. My boy was in Myrtle Beach, so I ended up stopping there. And I told her to go hang out with her girl, and him and I linked up and went to the beach and just had a couple brews. And I was like, man, if it hadn't been for you, bro, I don't know what I would have done. So yeah, that was rough. That was rough. But we're still together, so I guess it was okay.
My story is the same, except different location and different exes. Yeah, I said exes. So a road trip will ruin a relationship.
Hell yeah. Oh, in a heartbeat.
Scott, how about you? You got any bad road trips?
Yeah, I just met my wife, and I fell in love with her, and I asked her to marry me. And I was going to go to a dog show in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a 1974 Doberman National Specialty. And I asked her to go with me. I said I'd pay all the expenses because she didn't have any money. And she said no, she couldn't take off of work. So I asked her to marry me before I left, and she said, I'll give you my answer when I get back. So I took off with my parents to go to Atlanta, and I got down there, and a lady that I knew had brought another young lady with her and said, this one's for you.
Oh.
And all I could think about was my wife, or my fiance at the time, well, hopefully a fiance, and the trip kind of got ruined that way. But I did win 4 first place prizes in the 4 days, which was unheard of in that time to win the class 4 times in a row. So,
Oh, wow.
And I also won for charity with my bitches puppies.
So it was it was like, I don't know, it balanced out in the end.
No, I was sweating it out the whole time.
Okay.
And I was thinking,
Well, you did get married to her, so I guess it all worked out, right?
yeah, I got back and she says, okay, I'll marry you.
So you made it alive.
Yeah.
Barely.
Marty, how about you, bud?
All right, I'll let y'all pick. I got one of 3.
Well, I could go with the first one you just told, Alex.
Right.
You came at us with an Alex Schoenberg attitude with it, man. It was my best one.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he wasn't gambling at the same time.
True. All right, Marty, go for
All
it.
right, I'll let y'all pick. So we got the store where I rode in.
Hold
My
on.
friend's
Sorry to interrupt you. So wait, Marty.
girlfriend.
Wait, Marty. Wait. Sorry to interrupt, but this is a crisis right here. Nathan, you've never done a road trip?
Yeah, we gotta change that.
What the hell?
Oh my God, man! Dude, Sean, what the hell, man? You're right there by Nathan. You gotta fix this, man.
Mm-hmm. You gotta take a road trip, man. That's necessity. That's necessity. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna actually try to drive back from work right now, so bear with me, guys. But Marty, go ahead. Keep going with your.
Yeah, go ahead, Marty.
All right, I'll let y'all pick. So we have the most recent one where I had to hook up a truck to, I guess it was Benton, Arkansas. It was like 2 hours away with a full-blown trailer and
I
hauled
stayed there
a
in a
little
KO.
playhouse. That was a nightmare bringing back, and I had to pull over the highway multiple times, and it's a funny-ass story. So there's that one. We could pick the house trailer. We could pick when I rode in my friend's truck, him and his girlfriend, when he put in brand new subwoofers in the back seats. And he had like little bench seats and made me ride in the back as he's blaring that all the way to Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, God.
And then we have a trip where I had to go to a doctor for my neck to Little Rock, and my friend drove me. And after I got my neck deadened and everything, she left her keys 2 hours away and had to cross an interstate with me basically looping, didn't know where the hell I was.
Oh, wow.
So there's 3
Oh,
good
no.
ones.
Oh no, man! All 3 of those are good.
Yeah, I can't pick.
Hey, Marty, did you do all those in a Ford Pinto?
Ram pickup.
Marty doesn't drive Fords; he drives Dodge.
I know. We were discussing that on the private chat before. Showed him my son-in-law's Ram 1500 Havoc TRX.
I bet Marty had wood the whole time he was looking at it.
I had the pleasure of going to
All
Benton.
right, we'll go with the most.
Yeah,
Benton, Arkansas. That's the most recent.
Benton, Arkansas. I
So-
stayed there in a KOA camp in my van one time, man. I stayed there for about a week. Go for it, Marty.
So I picked up a full-blown size trailer, like a heavy trailer that's some torsions, and I heard the ghost stories about it trying to scare me and shit. I got on the highway and got an hour and a half away from Benton, and no one her dad forgot to tell me about the ramps. little aluminum ramps in the trailer.
Hmm.
Didn't think much of it. Everything's going fine. I'm doing 65 miles an hour on the highway with an empty trailer. Ghost is doing a good job. I look up at the mirror and I see those two ramps slowly lift,
Oh,
fly up in the air, land on
Oh,
the highway. I had slammed on the brakes. It took the Ghost forever to stop. Had to run and get the ramps and nearly got ran over by two 18-wheelers that was on both sides of the highway because they was hauling ass, honking at me because I was trying to retrieve two big-ass aluminum ramps before I got ran over.
wow.
So after I pissed and shit my pants, I put it back in the bed of the truck.
Does every one of your stories have to have crap in it?
I almost got turned into the kid from Pet Cemetery. Almost got ran over by a damn 18-wheeler. So it was one of those, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and I almost won a very stupid prize. So I was thinking, okay, calm down, we'll get the heart rate down. I was like, okay, that's going to be the main excitement on the trip. Oh, hell no. I get up there, finally find the school that's selling this little playhouse, and it weighs about 600 pounds. They put it on the trailer after they cut off the freaking step off of it because it's too wide, because the trailer wasn't wide enough. And I was like, well, shit, that sucks. Started heading back, and I noticed about 30 minutes on the highway heading back, I noticed the roof. It had shingles on it. It started doing this. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to slow down to 45. Go down to 45, 30 minutes later, it's starting to get worse. And all of a sudden, half of the fucking roof peeled back like a fucking banana peel and was just flopping in the wind. And plus, the ratchet straps that they used to ratchet strap on the trailer broke and got hung underneath the fucking the trailer tire and started like grinding and burning the fucking rope. Had to pull over, get it out from underneath the tire, untangle it, try to get the roof the pop back down. I didn't have nothing in my truck to try to fix it. I went to a Family Dollar. They didn't have any kind of hammers or screws or anything. I had to hit a damn Dollar General, and they gave me a rubber hammer with nails.
Oh.
And the fucking rubber hammer was not beating the nails down.
Right.
So I got some nails down. I got back on the highway thinking, okay, maybe it's fixed. I was going 25 miles an hour. The roof came back off again.
No.
So I had to take a freaking, not an Allen wrench. I had to take a monkey wrench on the highway with cars blowing by me at 75 miles an hour. And I was on top of the fucking house using the Allen wrench, trying to use as a hammer to get the damn nails down. And I had to do that like 4 times on the highway. Well, I got back on the highway and I got flashed by a state trooper because I was going 25 miles an hour on a 65 on a highway.
Oh, man.
He didn't stop me, but he followed me and flashed my lights, telling me to kind of speed up.
That's a good story, bro. That is. I think you might have won that, but you might have won that one.
Damn.
Okay, next topic.
Oh, I can relate on this one.
I can tell you right now, I have lived in a car. I have, and this is a Ford Flex. I can definitely live in this thing. It's got room for everything I need. So, yeah, I could. I don't know if I'd want to anymore, though. I'm a little bit old for that shit.
Ghosts, I have lived in. I had to live in Ghosts for 3 months.
In the truck?
Yes, in the summertime.
Wow. You got the bench seat, right?
Yeah, I had to live in my truck about 3 months. So yes, I have done that.
Scott, what did you say you have?
Who, me?
Yeah, what kind of car?
Well, when I did live in my car, it was in a 1972 Chevy Chevelle.
Okay.
I had gotten
a nice car, by the way. By the way, nice car.
Thank you, but I don't have it anymore. I had gotten an argument with my parents about a girl that I was hooking up with, and I kind of left her. They kicked me out, and I drove up to Hillside, Illinois, and she told me to come up there. I could stay with her, and I got up there, and her parents asked me, "Where are you going to be staying?" And I looked at her, and he said, "Well, I told him he could stay here for a couple of days." I said, "It's going to be more in a couple of days." So I got a job. I wasn't in the house much. She worked during the day. I worked nights. And then we got in another argument, and she kicked me out of, I should say Chicago, but it's Hillside, Illinois. And I couldn't go home right away, so I slept in my car for about a week. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too cold. Wasn't too hot. Plenty of food to eat. McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, the good stuff. Good for your colon.
I know asking Sean this is redundant because if he keeps on putting out more shows, he's going to be living in his car anyway.
I look, I'm getting prepared for the inevitable, all right? I know it's coming eventually. Eventually, she's going to say it, and she's going to be like, you know what? Just get out of here. But you know what I will say? This is the first car. I have a Hyundai Elantra. And this is the first car that I've ever I bought it, I paid for it, I've done the payments and everything of that nature. So this is the first car that's actually 100% paid for in mine, and it's got the blankets like I told you. It's got cushions in the right spots and a little pillow, a makeshift pillow. So it's ready if necessary. I've spent some nights in here, and I know we can look on the camera and go back to the videotape and all the nights I've spent in my car doing shows. So I might as well be paying rent in here because it's coming. The day's
Well,
coming.
you've already paid your rent, and that's just the gas you got to keep track of.
Right.
Yeah, I got plenty of space in this Flex, man. The third row seats are down. The second row seats lay completely flat. I can put a bed in there, mattress, and whatever the hell I want to. So,
Well,
yeah.
they just do that. I mean, Ford, you're going to be broke down. You need at least.
Oh, shut up, Marty. And that's going to take us to our next topic. And on this one, I have a few gifts for everybody here. Some of my favorite cars right now on the market, of course, the Ford GT. Oh, wait, I'll start with the
Bugatti Veyron.
The Bugatti Veyron, yeah. And then I'll go to the Rim Rack. Fastest car on the road right now. That is the fastest car on the road right now.
Damn.
All electric, 100%. And then, of course, my baby, Ford GT.
Where's the Demon 170?
I got something for you. Marty. How you like that?
Ooh, that's sweet. I love the paint on it.
Full custom. I like that. And then something for me.
No, ew.
Give me that
V8.
Raptor all day long.
No,
Give me that Raptor all day long.
TRX. Come on.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to get to you a minute. Now, I want to see some comments. I want to say, who, I want to know what your guys' dream car is out there in the chat. Come on. Scott, do you have dream cars anymore?
Not really at 68. I'm just glad I get from point A to point B. I mean, I'll drive my 2002 Camry until it goes out, which will probably last me.
2002 Camry. It wasn't a bad car. I like the update. I like the new model Camrys. They're really nice. I drove a couple of them. That's what is good about renting cars occasionally too.
Well, I like the XSE. Got the 300 plus horsepower engine in it, but I'd only get in trouble. But if I was gonna get a really fast, souped up car, my wife wants an SUV with plenty of cargo area, so I'd probably get a Jeep. I can't think of the name. It's like 707 horsepower.
Oh, the Trackball.
The what?
Crack hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you start replacing parts on a Jeep. You're rich though, Scott, so I guess it don't bother you now.
Well, you and your Ford fix and repair daily.
I don't have to pay shit for these things. And this car, 125,000 miles, drives like it's brand new.
Well, it's got
And the-
over
And the
100,000.
transmissions in the Dodge, they're notorious for going out.
Dodge transmissions have gotten a lot better, man. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing Marty's job for him. Shit. You got me here defending Dodge, damn it. And Marty's always knocking my Ford, so I'm going to leave him alone. Go for it, Marty.
Hey, now I'm in. She can hear you talk. Don't upset her. She might break another one.
They have gotten better with their transmissions, though. If you get a modern
My
Dodge.
truck last night, the power went out all day long. I had to use a power adapter and run use dose as a generator for like 3 hours yesterday for a box fan and some lights. She sat there and idle for over 3 hours. Ran like a champ.
What year's your Dodge?
2001.
Honestly, you keep synthetic in it and treat it right. You know, keep maintenance on the car. All brands are okay. I have preferences for my ride.
Don't run it out.
Yeah, what he said.
I ran mine out of oil last week.
Hey, I had a Dodge Dart, a 67 Dodge Dart, and I took that from Sebring, Florida to Lakeland, Florida, which is about a 58 mile trip, maybe 60. Dead empty in water. No water. Turned around. I put water in it, but by the time I was outside of Lakeland, it was empty again. And I just knew when I turned that car off, when I got home and turned that car off, it was never going to start again. You know what I mean? Because that thing was steaming and you know all the shit that happens when you're on the road with a car overheating. I turned it off, went to bed, came out the next morning and said, well, let's see what the bad news is. And I cranked that thing and it cranked right up. I was like, you son of a bitch. Went and put a new radiator in it. It was fine. I sold it to my brother and he had it 10 years after I sold it to him.
Did it have the 318 in it?
No, it was the Slant 6. Strongest motor Dodge ever made right there, man. Great Slant 6.
Next to the 5.2 318, those things are bulletproof.
I only change my oil once a year when my license plates are to be renewed. I always change the oil before the inspection. During the pandemic, I actually went 3 years without changing my oil.
So, Marty, what's your dream car? I like the Paganis too, man. I mean, the poster car. What kind of poster car would you have?
Oh, God. The Chevy Nova is on that list, but the 69 Dodge Charger.
Yeah, that was a pretty car too. I love them Chevy Novas too back then.
And the Trans Am, the Knight Rider Trans Am.
Oh God, I thought that was such an ugly friggin' car.
Well,
I actually bought one, and that thing burned out 3 clutches on me. I was like, "You're garbage. Get out of here, man." Oh.
And the smoking Trans Am was badass.
Yeah, the T-top version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott, when you were younger, I know you had to have a dream car when you were younger, man.
Well, I wanted the high-powered Chevelle. Was that
the 68? The 68 or 67?
68, I think.
That was a good-looking model, man. It was.
Was that a 442 in that, or?
Well, I think Marty's better with the GM products than I am.
What it probably was the 442 big block.
Yeah. Well, the Chevelle I had was a 307 with a small 8.
It still gives a rumble.
I had a 69 Judge. That was my favorite car back in the day.
I've gotten a lot of free cars in my life. My first car was the Chevy Chevelle.
How the fuck?
My grandmother had bought it, and she died like 3 months later. And I went up to see her in the hospital, and she said, "This will be the last time that you'll be able to see me, but I'm leaving my car to you." And when I got it, it only had 3,000 miles on it. And it's really strange because my dad died, and I already had a Toyota RAV4, which I gave to my daughter because I took the 2002 Camry from them. And my mom just said she'd gift it to me, so she gifted it to me. So that was free. So I haven't paid for a car in the last 21 years.
I hate you, Scott.
Yeah.
And the only thing I've had to do to that car is exhaust system and brakes and tires.
That's, you know, I mean, good maintenance will take care of a car as long as you're not beating the shit out of it. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not beating the shit out of it, but I didn't do the $30,000, 30,000 mile stuff you're supposed to do to it. And as you heard, I wasn't keeping up with the oil changes. I did when I first got it. It was every 3,000 miles. But
well, keep synthetic in it.
They didn't have synthetic, don't think back in 2002.
They've had, well, you've changed your oil since then, haven't you?
It seems like I hadn't. Longest I've gone is 3 years without changing oil, but that was during the pandemic, and I went from 46,000 to 47,000 miles in those 3 years. So
Yeah, full synthetic, man. That's the only way to go anymore, man.
yeah, but it used to be like $40 or something like that to get the synthetic, and it was like $27 for the regular motor oil. And now they want like 85.
Scott, you got free cars. Don't make me cry a river for you.
Right. Pay the
So,
$80. It will pay off in the long run.
Well, I'm hoping my son-in-law decides to get a new car and gives me the Ram 1500 Havoc TRX.
Do you have a love for your cars? Like, I know Marty is like me. We have that auto love. We're gearheads, man. Do you have a love for your cars?
I feel very safe in the car. That's why I've kept it and haven't gotten a new car, because it was
Sean.
my parents, and it makes me feel close to them. I can have any car I wanted, basically.
You're not.
And you're really not making me feel sorry for you a bit, Scott.
Well, I've
Sean, I don't know if you heard it or not, but he hasn't paid for a car in 21 years, and now he's crying about synthetic motor oil.
What?
Yeah, I know,
Why
right?
haven't you paid for a car?
my mother gave me her 2002 Camry, and I gave my daughter my Toyota RAV4, and she just gifted it to me. And then when I was like 16, my grandmother got a Chevelle, and she died 3 months after she got it. It had 3,000 miles on it, and that was my graduation gift from high school. So that was free too. Hey, there's Ben. What's up, man?
How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, Ben.
Oh, good. Looks like Kat took Sean's car away. Like, that's it. Yeah.
I was going to say something about that. What's up, Sean?
I'm walking to Vegas, man. Ben said I got a room in Vegas, so I'm walking to Vegas, man. All right.
No, he traded his car off on a
It's
72
daylight out
Pinto.
here right now.
I'll be in Delaware in about a week, man. I'll try to swing by and pick you up, bud.
Yeah, man. Please, thank you. You'll see me. I'll be thumbing.
If you're going to be sleeping under a bridge, Sean, you better get one of those prison metal meal trays and sleep with a catcher's mask on your face, too.
All right, man. Just give me some of those Super Bowl cushions, man, to sleep on.
Oh, that's just a small part of them.
Ben, what's your dream car, dude?
78 Dodge Charger.
Nice
Ooh.
car.
I like that. I like that.
What was your poster? Was that your poster car? No
I mean, that's
Lamborghinis,
always-
no No Ferraris, no Countachs, no anything like that.
To be honest, Johnny, I've never really been into like. I'm not like a car guy, but if I had to just pick one, it would be a Dodge Charger, man. They just always fascinated me. You know, I own a Dodge Ram, so I've always been
Oh,
a
there you
Dodge
go.
guy.
Well,
So-
you're definitely a Marty fan now.
Well, I didn't say I was a Marty fan. I just said I'm a Dodge fan.
I mean, Marty's a fan of yours now. Anyhow, put it that way.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Marty. Marty, how you doing, man? I'm just kidding, by the way.
Ben didn't have a car
By
coaster.
himself.
He had
It's still
he had
that Notre Dame stuff I can't get past. You know what I mean? We're still with the Arkansas
I know,
stuff,
right?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Sean was killing me with that shit today, man. Another who? Ah!
Notre
I have
Dame
to
is
admit,
so
though, he was right. Notre Dame is tight end university.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Certainly not.
So, I don't know where to go with this next question, man.
All right, I'll go first.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Was it with somebody?
Wait a
Yes.
minute. Are you sure you want to dig this hole any deeper?
Yes.
listen. At this point, hey, there's no turning back. All right. I'm living a nomad life right now. All right. So, back in, I want to say 2001, 2002, maybe. I was seeing a young lady. She's actually my son's mother. We were
shoveling the shit.
Look at Ben.
Hey Marty, you could have used him when you picked up that puppy.
right. Dig me out of this hole. Dig me out
I
of this
want to know
hole.
why Ben's got a shovel so close to hand.
Right.
What's in your backyard,
Look.
Ben?
We know where the bodies are.
Yeah, he just brought it out of the crawl space under his house.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. All right. Yo, all right. So I was with this young lady. Young lady happened to be a white girl. So and we were in Harrisonburg. Her family wasn't too keen on the idea. So we would go out different places and hang out and smooch or whatever, what have you. Well, at this particular night, we were hanging out and we didn't have anywhere else to go. So we went to a park. We go to this park, you know, things start happening, windows get up, things start getting foggy. Everything, you know, we're pretty much down to the way that God made us, you know, nice and hot and everything's good. And then all of a sudden I get a little and I'm like, what is that? And we can't see because the windows are so foggy. Come to find out, the police have been sitting there because we were in a parking lot in a park, and so we were trespassing. So they were just posted up, and they sat there and watched, I guess, to see what we would do. And now that I think about it, it's kind of creepy because they were sitting there for a while. They said. But long story short, you know, she was down to her unmentionables. I was as well. You know, she was a little smaller, so it kind of worked in that car. But the cops definitely blocked on that evening. But things came out. I don't want to say we fully went into the love situation, but yes, Ben.
Swapping bodily fluids.
Yes, that's my story.
Oh, you little commander.
Marty. I want to come to you next, but I want to clarify, please, no poop stories, man.
Oh.
I don't really have a story like that, but I do have something I can replace with. So when I was living in my truck for the 3 months, there would be different spots I would park at for the night, and a lot of it being backwoods, the woods. One afternoon when I got back from work, I went to my little spot where I parked, and I noticed there was a white small car, like a little Pontiac small car, and I ended up, and the car was doing this. It was just kind of shaking, and I sat there for maybe about a minute, and I was like, "They're not doing what they're doing. No, no, no." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm going full asshole mode." Knock up my truck right in front of them, and the car's still shaking, right? Blared my horn like a fucking fog, like looking for
What
a
a
ship,
fucking
and
dick
turned my
move,
lights on
man.
as bright as I could.
Oh my God. We're gonna have to. I don't know,
you know
man.
this
We
is
got.
how scary movies start, right? This is how horror movies start, right?
Good God, Marty.
Go ahead,
Oh.
Marty. Go ahead.
Marty.
Continue.
Turned the lights, and all you could see was a dude, no shirt, popped up, like was freaked out, and all you could see was the female and the girl's head just slowly pop up and duck back down, and he was like trying to get to the driver's side, crank up. He literally bid like he was burning rubber on a freaking gravel road. Like you
He
can
was
see the
burning
top
more than rubber.
huge out. I was feeling
Oh, so that's how you pop them.
flaring.
Scott, I'm holding off on last for you, bud. I know you got some kind of story. Oh, Marty, you just get the dick award of the night, man. That is a pure dick move, man, right there.
It's the Jason from Friday the 13th. Like, no kid's gonna be fucking around me. Boom.
Shut this shit down.
Oh, hey, if there's anybody in there, hey, Sean, can you start that comment right there?
Let me see. See, start. Yeah, I got you.
That's a good one. All right, Ben, can you top that in Vegas?
Unfortunately, I cannot. And
Oh my God, Arkansas
you know,
just killed Vegas.
you know what's crazy, man? I've never done it in a vehicle. Never.
Okay. Well,
Not
that's
in a
actually
vehicle.
how Marty's story started off. You ain't got nothing to go on to that.
No, man. I got some class, believe it or not, bro. Okay.
You're not cock blocking nobody.
No.
He made
I
on
take
watch.
them. I take them bitches home.
All I can
know.
do is say mine. I've got my cherry busted at the drive-in. I stole my brother's Nomad that was tricked out like the Beach Boys car, a Woody, and I got wood. So it was all good. Nobody did Marty to me though.
Really? What if they did? What if they did?
I wouldn't have gave a shit. I would definitely not have left.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
you
in the
did.
middle of it, man.
Johnny would have waved. He'd have been like, "Hey,
How you doing?
we're good. We're good." Yeah.
Like, Johnny, like
All
two
right,
dogs
Scott,
fucking in
Scott,
the-
your turn.
Well, does this have to be a love experience or can it be a lust experience?
I was being very selective with the terminology, so go for it, man.
All right. Well, before this, I was not a virgin, so don't get that in your head. I was sitting there talking to a couple of my friends in high school, and they said, "Oh, you got a nice car. There's a girl that's been wanting to go for a ride with you." And I said, "Well, I don't. She never said anything to me." So they introduced me, and then I took her to the drive-in movie theater. And I'm only 5'6". She was like 6'1". She had the longest legs.
Damn.
And she's getting in there, and there was a guy from one of my classes there, and he came up, knocked on the window, and I'm trying to hit on this chick, and finally he left, and I said, "Well, I was hoping we could do something." She's, "Hell, I've been ready for the last half hour." So we hit it.
Oh.
about 3 times during the movie.
Ah!
And, that was my lust.
Fucking quagmire over there.
Okay, I do got one story I can tell you guys. I think I can tell you guys.
Giggity, giggity.
One of my exes that I had kids with. Okay, she was an exotic dancer, and
What was her name, Johnny?
I don't know
What was
if
her
I should
dancer
tell
name?
this. I really don't know if I should tell this story.
Man, get the shovel out.
Come on,
Johnny
it's
Dick-
too late. You already busted it. You already said
You're already
it.
out there,
Come on.
Johnny.
Okay.
I've incriminated myself. All right.
Okay.
Single
Well,
screenshot.
we went
I
out.
want a single
We
screenshot
went out
on
to
Johnny.
specifically go do something in the car, right?
Hmm.
And this was in my what was I in at the time? Holy shit! Oh, I was in that fake Trans Am that I had. But,
Harvard?
yeah, it had the shifter and shit. I had skull shifter knob on it and all that shit. We get out there, and this was in Lakeland, out in out in the River Ranch area. And she takes the shifter knob and she takes that off and she reaches in her purse and she pulls out a dildo and put that on the shifter.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
And it got kind of freaky, man. It got kind of freaky. I have to say that.
Then Johnny put it in
We
fourth
had
gear.
we had the 2 front seats laid down, right? And I was never mind. I ain't gonna go into that detail.
Come on.
But it got
How are you
freaky.
gonna lead us here?
Use your imagination, guys. Come on.
Oh, come on.
If they're here to remind him.
I do. I keep looking at my shifter. It was a good memory.
Yeah, Johnny put it in fourth gear.
Overdrive.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Hans Gruber.
I don't know if I hit. I don't know if I got out of third, dude.
Johnny, what? Come on, Hans. What did Johnny do, man? Tell us more.
Tell the story.
Come on.
Guys, come on, man. I'm not going. This could actually get me kicked off YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to be nicer.
We got to make it. Right.
Well, Sean told his story. We're not kicked off YouTube yet. Come on.
I know you guys have to rely on Pornhub all the damn time for all the details, but come on, you have some imagination, right?
There's Google for that.
Google it. Oh my God, if we could make videos like that these days, I'd have been rich.
Okay, now my love experience was my first semester in college, and
I thought that was your love experience.
the first one, no, that was
lust.
The first one was too big for me, so
That's what she said.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you just opened up a can of worms, buddy.
she did said. I remember one thing she said, and I'll never forget it. She says, "You hurt."
She was too big for you. I'm trying to figure this one out.
Did you go inside her? Like your whole body go inside her, or what?
No, she said.
I think he was drinking some cider.
She said, do it harder and make it hurt. So I did it, and I punched her in the face.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay, back to the love one. So I met this girl in
Oh, the love.
my psychology class, and she kept going like this. I didn't have a watch on, or I did, and she was saying, "What time is it?" So I drew a picture of a clock on paper, and I drew the time on her. And she just got this big smile, and my heart just went boom, 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 boom. So we kind of left class and went up to my car.
Wait a minute. Is this? I think this topic could be that one right there. There you go.
Yeah, and she was really good. You know, we had a good time. Steamed up the windows and never went to class. She became a lawyer and I became a mailman. So I guess because I continued, but no, we were going pretty good until we were in my car in front of her parents' house, and we were going at it, and she called me Bob.
Oh.
And
how come you guys rag my ass about my story, but he says going at it and you don't want details?
Well, I mean,
you're
you're a little
all
more
men. They don't know
exotic.
what that is.
Yeah. His girl didn't put a dildo in a shifter, so
Besides that, damn well Scott will give you details.
They didn't. Mine didn't need a dildo.
Oh, Scott. What a hell of a first episode, man.
And I did.
Ain't it, man? Ain't it?
And I did go with a young woman before I met my wife, and actually she was a Playboy bunny, and she wasn't no longer, but she used to go to dog shows with me, and the hotel rooms. She'd come to St. Louis, and we'd spend the 3 days, weekends, locked in the room, only going out once to get some food, and that car got some work out too. So that Chevelle, that saw a lot of miles. I wish
we know it wasn't you putting oil in it. That's for sure.
No, at that age, you don't need any lubricant or anything because.
Oh God. Are we talking about cars still, or what is happening right now?
Marty, what was your best moment in a car?
Oh God, I got two where I turned the Ghost into a submarine, or when I got stuck and fell off the road going up a muddy back trail. So which one y'all want to hear?
That was your best moment?
I was
Here
submarine.
we go, Alex.
Submarine.
Okay.
That appropriate, huh? Submarine, Alex, Navy.
Well, I was
Sailor Swift.
I was in the Ghost. There was a little back road that can take you to like a gas station, and it got through raining hard like all week long. And the roads was a little slippery, but I have like hybrid off-terrains, mud tires on Ghosts, so I was making it just fine. Well, we came across a big ass mud hole, two of them actually, and I was like, okay, well, it's got to have a hard bottom. It can't be that bad. So I decided to hit this mud hole at 20-something miles an hour, maybe 25. The elfing nose of the Ghost dipped straight down, heard a loud bonk. Water seeped all over the windshield, went over the top of the truck, and had mud in the bed of the truck and submerged the front end. And it drove right through. I hit the second one, and it was about as deeper as the first one. Kept on going on this little back road, and the whole road was just gutted out. There was no chance for this two-wheel drive to make it. So I go out there like some stupid ass, like, oh, I think I can make it. And the person riding with me was like, don't. Please, God, don't. So I try to turn around. I almost got stuck in someone's in front of their driveway that had two devil skulls on their fence. It says stay away or beware. And the guy was literally yelling and screaming at me to get off my property. Get off my property. Back up, and the truck is
should Ben get a shovel back out?
Was like the Ghost was having a hard time trying to back up because the roads were so soft. Turned around and had to go back through those two holes that the truck submerged again twice. Got back. I thought everything was fine. And dandy. Cranked up the truck the next morning. She is caked in mud. She had mud all the way on the top of the truck and mud puddles in the bed of the truck. Cranked it up. Immediately the engine revved up like the throttle positioning sensor was like fried. I replaced that, dried it off. It was fine. I was like, I think that's the only thing messed up on the truck until I hit my horn. I went from a bonk to a beep,
Oh.
It would sound like that you stepped on. My horn was completely fried, where if I honked my horn, it sounded like a mouse squeaking at you.
Oh.
I don't know where to start. I need
Right.
to break this down. Okay. First off, Marty says he was driving 27 miles an hour, maybe 45, which is double what you said to begin with. Okay, so you don't know the difference between 45 and 27? Come on, dude.
I thought he
And then, and second, and most importantly, this one. Okay? Every story you've had tonight's either had shit in it, some creepy stuff going on, and your best moment was almost a disaster.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
fun.
I think I'm staying away from Marty's area, man. Devil horns and shit on fences, and I just don't know what I'm staying out of there, bud. You can have that. No wonder your Wi-Fi sucks.
It was ornaments on his gate that had devil horns on it.
Oh,
Right. Oh, Marty, man, you got to get the fuck out of there, dude. I'm just saying, man. Come to civilization, man. I live in the fucking woods where there's bears, and I'm telling you to come to civilization, dude.
You do know what they say about Arkansas, don't you? Arkansas is a land of opportunity if you have a car.
The land of opportunity. If you.
Oh, I thought it was when the men are men and the women are too. Or is that
I
something
think
else?
it's men were men only when the Colts allow them to be.
That was a low blow during Pride Month.
The one thing I felt that there was a puddle of mud and water on the battery, the fuse box, the air intake, and the
At least it was mud this time and not shit.
it looked like a mud puddle under my hood.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
Go still turn into a submarine.
I don't think, Ben, you got a story? I'm not even going to ask you to top Marty because that's not going to get topped, dude.
No.
Fucking devil horn Colts and shit, crazy crap going on around there. Oh, I want to hear the story you have, Ben, about that shovel being so close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was for it's a prop.
Oh,
For
that's
when I hear stories like this, like this, I just use it as a prop.
Nice cover, dude. Nice cover. Yeah. Got ya.
I think Ben can use that shovel
And I
now
thought
underneath his chair.
What?
You said something about
Sorry.
underneath your chair.
I said the way Ben's talking, he could use that shovel to clean up under his chair.
Oh, I get it. I got it, Scott. Holy shit, I got it.
Is she shitting?
Oh, it took twice for him to say that, but I got it. He's saying you're shoveling shit, Ben.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I shove a lot of ramp stuff, so
Oh man.
That's
A lot of people think I'm full of shit because I'm always bragging on stuff that I do or I have. So
keep going.
that's why
Keep
I sent the photos of my Super Bowl cushions, and I was going to put them away, but I figured I'd leave them out so you guys would know that it was my house that Super Bowl cushions were in.
At least if you gotta take a crap, if you're out of toilet paper, you can just rip off a piece of your jersey and wipe your ass with it.
Hey, this is my signed Azakim
Oh God.
jersey.
Oh,
Famer.
look at that. It already got shit stains on it. Look,
Yeah.
you look close.
It's new because it's still got the tags on it. See?
That's adorable.
Oh,
You like that?
man.
No.
Where were you in 2020 when we ran out of toilet paper? We could have used your.
What?
Hey, I had no problem. There's a janitorial supply place about 4 miles from me, and guy
You didn't need that.
told me about it, and I bought 5 cases of 80 rolls, and
Wasting
it lasts
money.
me through the whole pandemic. I'm down to about the last 42 rolls.
Wasting money. You could have got rid of half them shirts that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all
And
of
I
them,
even
yeah.
I even gave some away to my friends and neighbors. Scott,
Well, I
do you
hope
have
they use that as toilet
any
paper.
toilet paper that you didn't hand me at the store? I'll replace it when they have it.
Oh man.
All right, guys. We're gonna end this, man. Next week, Sean. I don't know if we're gonna be able to top this or not.
Yeah, this was pretty great, man. Way to
This-
start the
this-
first episode.
Absolutely. We'll have different topics. I might even do a couple of car reviews. I don't know. I don't know where this show's going, but I want to have fun, and that's what me and Sean made this for. Although Sean bailed from the car on me again,
No.
twice.
Look.
Now.
Better half took the car from him. Get the story right.
Right there.
Take him out of the car and let him walk home. Let's get the story right.
I want to get everybody in the car next week. I mean, I don't know. We can't tell if Marty's in a car or not.
No.
So that's
You're not taking me in your car, Johnny. You're not.
Marty is in the
get
car.
in
Oh,
your
there
own
it is.
damn car, Ben. It tells from the driver's side. You can't be in the
There it
passenger
is.
seat, kid.
Here, I'm in a car now too.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Look at this.
Scott, turn the lights
I'm
on. I don't know what's going on with the dark.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Chris Hansen to open that door.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
my teeth?
Don't stand up, Scott. No.
Oh, God.
Hey, at my age, it's hard to stand up.
We'll see you guys next week. We'll end the show here. I can't bring nobody up full screen, so